Hi everyone, this is a video on the controls, starting and running and working a classic Vespa scooter. So to start it, I always suggest start it with it's on the stand. And here you've got your choke and your fuel tap. Fuel tap is currently this R means reserve. Straight up is actually on the main tank. And over here on the other side, C for close. So I'm actually on reserve on this bike, so I'll leave it on reserve. I'm going to pull the choke out, and now I'm going to kick start it. And the kickstart, you've got a little bit of slack at the beginning. So you take up the slack with your right foot, or your left, and you have a grip of the throttle, take up the slack, and give it a good firm downward twist of the throttle as well as you do that. Just a couple of seconds on the choke. Put the choke in, a couple of revs, and it should be warmed up. Now, when you've got it started, warmed up, stand over it and take it off the stand. I ride with my heel on the middle section here, just covering the brake, and you're ready to go. Just clutch in the first gear and find your biting point on the clutch, bit of throttle, off you go. Into second, back into neutral, stop. Cutout switch is this button on the side of the light switch, and you hold your thumb on it to cut the engine. Now, when you're putting it back on the stand, I exit the left side, I get my toe on the stand, and the important thing here is that both feet are touching the ground, not just one, because you do your back in, but both feet like that. And just very simply, you see there was no effort in that, pull it back. That's because both feet are on the ground, not just one. Controls on the levers, you've got your front brake here, and you've got your clutch and gears here. Usually 4 gears, but the old ones had 3 gears. You've got neutral lines up. Rear brake obviously down at your feet. This is high and low beam on the headlight. This is lights on. That is parking lights, and that's lights off. You just leave them on all the time. This is the horn. It only works when the engine is running on most old Vespas, because they don't have a battery, and they're on what's called an AC circuit. So it's the engine's dyno that makes the horn work. And then, like I said, that kill switch is on the side. To get the seat up, there's like, you can see it here exposed. There's like this catch that you're gonna hit with the palm of your hand at the same time lifting up the seat like that, and it releases the catch to give you access to the fuel. Now, a lot of people don't realize that these are 2-stroke engines, and they need some 2-stroke oil mixed with the petrol. Today's petrol has got a lot of ethanol in it, but super unleaded E5 is the better petrol to use, and you're going to mix it every time you get filled up. Is 2% mix, and there's a jug that tells you, if you have the jug, if you're looking up to have the jug, it tells you how much to add per litre of petrol. But yeah, you must mix 2-stroke oil with your petrol every time. That's it really, that's the controls.